Welcome everyone to Fanboy Frenzy, bringing you more Battleborn action. This time we're going to do a walkthrough, a brief one, for the boss battle of Isic. Now Isic is one of the main villain, the main protagonist in the first stage or mission area that you're in. He kind of looks like the love child of KRANG, KRANG's body, and Atomic Ghost from DC Comics, for those of you that get the reference. Now this boss battle actually is pretty easy. You'll notice right here, though, on every one of his legs, he does have these little canisters that you have to shoot and drain out the liquid. One thing that we noticed, once you begin to drain out his legs completely, is there will be a part in the game in which he will actually basically drop down to the ground. You will see a yellow beam of light as if he's being charged back up. You will actually see that happen periodically, and what that's doing is that means that you have to get your butt over there in a hurry, and you have to begin to shoot that to try to deplete his energy more so. In all honesty, the boss battle itself really isn't that bad. You know, I think we did it in about 8 minutes. If we'd have known what we were doing a little bit better, we probably could have done it a hell of a lot sooner than that. But you can see that, you know, it all starts off from they're green, and then you start shooting them, and they turn red, and then they start draining out, and then at that point is when he has to recharge. Really, the hardest part about it is that, and I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but, you know, whenever you're playing it, you tend to, and from what I noticed, there was a little difference of lag in terms of when you're aiming your gun. As I know, I was Marquise at this time because I like having the pistol and the sniper rifle all in one. But, you know, when you're playing with him, see right here, look, you can see he dropped down to the ground. Initially, we didn't notice that particular beam. We just kept shooting and shooting and shooting, and it wasn't doing as much damage. You will know here pretty soon. You'll see that, you know, when he drops down, begins to drop it like it's hot, you'll notice that you can actually go and begin to shoot that. So just keep an eye on that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You'll notice, man, that these freaking guns, sometimes the time it takes to actually stare down the sight with an enemy like Isic, it really is pretty pointless, because I did a lot of blind firing. You'll see I did some sniping here as best I could, but his damn legs, he moves so much that it's really difficult to get a good shot. So a lot of times I just went the blind fire route. Now right here you'll notice he begins dropping down these strikes. You'll see there'll be areas on the map that begin to turn red. That just means you got to get out of that particular area before you get got, as they say. And as long as you keep doing that, you know, the match is really not that difficult. You'll see here that now I'm sending out a couple of my little special abilities. I really enjoy Marquise's that ability to send out that eagle or whatever it is he sends out. It definitely reminds me of Borderlands 2 when you're the Necromancer. You can see one of my partners here just went down. So in Borderlands 2 style fashion, I'm going to run over here and I'm going to revive him. And please get the freak out of the way before I get stepped on. But, you know, all in all, I think just to take a couple of minutes to talk about the gameplay itself. I mean, I'm a fan, and I think most people that have been playing it that I've talked to like it. They think it's fun. I will say that the loot system in a Borderlands game, for example, as I was walking into this game, I kind of expected it to be the same. But there's really not a big difference. I mean, really, they're made by the same developer, and you do see, oh, look, right there, boom, take out those canisters. But you will see that there's a similarity in movement. Whenever particular items fall on the ground, you'll notice that, you know, right here, look, I'm shooting him. Look, he's getting ready to drop down right there. So as soon as he drops down, he's going to shoot out basically like a huge sound wave, if you will, and you need to make sure you dodge that, which I did, thank God. But right here, look, he's charging. He's charging right there, and that's when you got to run in and you got to begin to shoot that. And we're starting to pick up on it now, where that's his pattern. You know, all these bosses have a pattern in any game. Right there, see, boom. And as soon as you start doing that health meter begins to deplete pretty good. So, but really, this boss battle is more about endurance. It's more about just, you know, staying on top of it and really attempting to keep his minions off of you that he tries to send out periodically. You know, he always tries to keep you moving by lighting up certain parts of the map, so it makes it difficult to maneuver. But all in all, man, I mean, the boss battle really wasn't that hard. I mean, I've seen a hell of a lot harder. For all you people out there that are Borderlands 2 fans, you know, I'm gonna reference Borderlands 2 a lot with Battleborn, just because this is the game that Gearbox thought it would behoove them to make instead of going straight to a Borderlands 3 or something like that, which obviously would print money for them, because Borderlands 2 was the biggest selling game in 2K history, if it's still accurate. I know at one point it was. And so you knew the easy cash in for them to come out with a Borderlands 3. And just to redeem them, they did not make the pre-sequel. That was 2K Australia, but that's for another day. But it's hard for me to play this game and not notice the similarities, because let's just be honest, man. You go with what works. And I think they took that system, they took some of the zaniness, and they put it into this as well. And I like it. I enjoy it so far. Now, right here, you see we're starting to get on the back side of him. And basically what we're trying to do is, if you're playing with 3 players, you can set up that triangle-style offense where, you know, no matter where you go or where he goes, you're going to be able to take him out. Now, you'll notice that there'll be times when you're trying to shoot, and then he'll block it off. He'll put a force field around it, and you really can't do anything. I mean, I'm shooting my special. It's almost like a sonic blast that comes out of my rifle. And but unfortunately, I'm not really getting too far with him at this point. So you will begin to see his health will go down. And right now he's dropping some life for the benefit of us that we've already, you know, bit the big one on this one. But yeah, man, I mean, I really enjoy it. Right here, taking it down some more, doing the blind fire route, like I said before, because aiming is the shits in this game sometimes when you're trying to do it in the spur of a moment. But look, right here, he leaps out of the way, begins to float. I don't know what it is, but he's like the second or third creature in the game that just literally gets up and floats around. It's like, geez, dude. That's insane, you know. But I tell you what, you know, something just came to mind when I'm watching this. Kind of reminds me of Metal Gear. You know, it reminds you of some of the bigger Metal Gears that you face in that series. You know, it kind of sticks out to that. And there's other games where it kind of relates. But you know what? We're down. We got about a minute left. And you're going to see the eventual downfall, the inevitable downfall, if you will, of Mr. Isic himself, which eventually, once you defeat him, he becomes a playable character. See, right now, we're just destroying him because we realized what the pattern is. So now, if we were to go and repeat this, we would own him major ownage, because we know exactly what to do. We'd smoke him in just a few minutes instead of 8 minutes this time around. But we do hope that this review was helpful for you, Battleborn fanboys and fangirls out there. We ask you to please join the Fanboy Frenzy Army. You can join us at facebook.com/Fanboy Frenzy. You can download our various podcasts, dealing from everything from pro wrestling to video games, comic books, etc., etc. Those free podcasts are available on mixcloud.com/Fanboy Frenzy. You can catch us on twitch.tv.com/Fanboy Frenzy. Catch us on twitter.com/Fanboy Frenzy. And you can even go to our website, fanboyfrenzy.wordpress.com, and you will see eventual updates. We're growing. 2016 is a big year playing for us. We thank you so much for allowing us on the battlefield for Battleborn, and we captured the final star's power once again. See you next time, fanboys and fangirls.